We have a late video for today. It is 9 o'clock on a Sunday, and I woke up at 3? I think it was 3 o'clock. I was dead tired, but we're here. Phantom Knights received support. To this day, I have not read any of the card support. Phantom Knights is not a deck that I like very much at all. I didn't like them when they first appeared during BA's Reign of Terror. I didn't like them when they received Rusty Bardiche, the rank 3. I didn't like them when they received Torn Scales. I believe that was the level 3 that they received after 2020. And I really didn't like them when they were, playing the Destiny, the Fusion Destiny package with the Predaplant Link 2, right? So, me seeing this does not make me happy. But you never know, right? There could be some, potential here. However, one thing that I did hear from many others is that the support isn't actually very good. So I'm going to go ahead and find out for myself by reading all of the cards. They received 3 new monsters, one of them being an Xyz, a spell, and a trap card. So I'm going to go ahead and evaluate them because I know good Phantom Knights. After all, I lost to them a lot during my year. We are starting with the Phantom Knights of the Decayed Cloak. Level 3, Dark Warrior effect, as all of them are. You can only use all 3 effects once per turn. You can reveal one other Phantom Knights card in your hand, special summon this card from your hand. Okay. If it's summoned, you can add a Phantom Knights monster from deck to your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one Xyz monster you control. In this turn, you can use it as a material for an Xyz summon using its rank as if it were a level. Well, I don't know who said it wasn't good, but this is a pretty good start for support here, so I think this is valuable. Being able to add any name from the deck as well is going to be amazing. Now, we have the Phantom Knights of Doomed Solaret. You can only special summon with the first effect of this card's name once per turn, and then you can only use the second and third effect each once per turn. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, it's a Cyber Dragon, essentially. If this card, well, I guess it would be closer to a Fenrir. If this card is normal or special summon, you can set the Phantom Knights spell or trap from your deck. So it has to include the Phantom Knights, right? I believe there's a difference between just Phantom Knights and then the Phantom Knights, right? Okay. I mean, setting a Phantom Knight spell or trap, can it set the trap card that summons itself as a level 3 warrior? If it can, then this is cool. It gives you an additional start, but I don't imagine that this is very good. I guess I'll verify right now. So the Phantom, okay, and yeah, it can actually set the Shade Brigadine, so that is good, I guess. It gets you a body and extender, but that's really about it. Okay. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target up to 2 level 3 or rank 3 dark monsters you control, and increase their levels or ranks by 1. Well, I guess this is important so that you can go into the Raid Raptor stuff and all the one Xyz monster Raider's Knight, I think. So I mean, this is okay, but again, I don't think this makes the archetype very good. But we are only on the beginning. So the Phantom Knights of Malevolent Sight. So this is their new rank 3 monster. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can attach with material from this card to special summon the Phantom Knights monster from your deck. Another extender, but again, I don't know what more that does for the deck. If you Xyz summon the next Xyz Dragon monster while this monster is on the field, you can add 1 rank up magic spell. Okay, I mean, that's not too bad. Arc Rebellion Xyz is probably something you go into mid-combo, but I guess it would just be to rank up, right? It's not going to be the most amazing monster. And if it's destroyed, you can add one of your banished Phantom Knights cards to your hand except an Xyz monster. Okay. Honestly, now I see what people are talking about. This does seem pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie to you. They get some new cards that provides them with extension and You know, a little bit of extra consistency, but I'm not really sold that this is insane. So now we'll look at the spells and we'll see if it truly matters. They get a new normal spell. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Target one the Phantom Knights or Xyz Dragon monster in your graveyard or banishment. Special summon it, but its effects are negated. Then you can special summon a monster from your extra deck, which is either going to be a Phantom Knights or Xyz Dragon Xyz monster that is one rank higher, by using that monster as a material, and you know, it is treated as an Xyz summon. Okay. Again, I just don't know if this is like very good for, you know, the archetype in terms of like, can you use all of this to create a new combo slot deck that's going to be like super powerful turn one, right? At the very least, none of these cards lock you for anything, right? So that's the good news. But is it going to be good? Well, time will tell. And lastly, they get a new trap card, the Phantom Knights of Umbrage Veil. You can only utilize the first and second effect of the card name each once per turn. If you have a Phantom Knights monster on your field or in your graveyard, you can activate it the turn it was set. Oh, you know what? That's a good start for a good trap card. You can special summon this card as a normal monster, level 3 dark, in defense position, and then you could change one opponent's attack position monster to defense position. Honestly, this card sucks. Okay. You can banish this card from your graveyard, and immediately after this effect resolves, Xyz summon one dark monster. Okay, I mean, it doesn't make the Phantom Knights deck as a whole playable just on its own. And that's what I wanted to see, you know, from like the support that I saw. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem that it does too much. You know, maybe it's good for, you know, for like, what's it called? Genesis, right? But is it even going to be that crazy? I argue that the answer is no. The issue with a card like this is we already have a similar trap card with the Shade Brigadine. So I don't know that we needed another body to summon as a level 3 extender. And the Xyz effect, I mean, you know, that's honestly cool. Like, there's a lot of great Dark Xyz monsters that are available for people to go into, right? For instance, you know, any of the Arc Rebellion monsters allow them to go, you know, an OTK as best as they possibly can, or easier. They do also have access to ranking up into cards like Kali Yuga and treating it as an Xyz summon, right? This wouldn't, of course, work. It would really just matter for the rank up spells, but they have their own quick play, right? And if that's easier to search, it might be easier to turn skip the opponent. But I don't know. I think the gimmick of Phantom Knights is kind of like long gone, and I don't see any reason for anyone to, you know, play with this archetype anymore based on what I just read today. You know, if you're gonna play like level 3s that help you do more, I'd rather just play like Radiant Typhoons, maybe even the Goblin Biker engine, depending on what deck you are playing. So I'm not a big fan, and in all honesty, I could definitely see like these cards being used in like a yummy variant in the future. After all, it doesn't look like these cards lock you into any dark monster only effects, right? Like any floodgates necessarily, which means that you could always go Camellia and or maybe even Rusty Bardiche, and then set like the Fog Blades on top of your, you know, yummy combo. Maybe with Mitsurugi, who knows? But at the current moment, I'm not hyped. So yeah, I mean, I'll give the support a solid 6 out of 10, right? Like, it's not the worst support I've ever seen for a legacy archetype, but I don't think that is going to make them crazy. And that's genuinely how I feel about it. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching this video. This was a pretty underwhelming support video. We do have another archetype that we're going to look at with the Toons receiving support as well. And a lot of people seem to really like that one. So I'll go ahead and check that out here in the next few minutes. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys think that this support is actually good and maybe I'm tripping. But so far, I don't see it. This has been RGB Fox, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Okay, post-editing RGB Fox here, I find that they actually received a new Dark Rebellion Xyz monster. Reading the first effect, honestly, yeah, I mean, this effect is actually pretty good, right? Being able to target any number of cards on the field to pop means that you can trigger your, you know, Phantom Knight Xyz monsters, for instance, Break Sword to summon back and, you know, rank up. And the second part of the effect honestly just seems like extra, right? Because the only monster that I can see like you making that would be viable on your opponent's turn would be like Evil Swarm Nightmare. And even then, Nightmare's not that crazy. But, right? If you use this turn 1, you can always make the Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief and do some shenanigans there to make like the Utopia Zexal or whichever one uses the same rank in order to make the, you know, the monster negate. I believe there's multiple of those, but yeah, this is a little nice addition. So yeah, that's all.